What is self-concept and how do you define it to get what you want? I'm Suhaiti and this is Astro Haiti. I talk about manifestation, conscious creation, self-awareness, self-love, self-concept, law of assumption, and everything that you need to create your best life. So what is self-concept? We're gonna get straight into it. Self-concept is just how you identify. It is your I am. Example, romantic relationships. Let's say you think or say, I'm always rejected. Like I can never get a guy or a woman to chase me or be into me. Like I feel like I'm always struggling in love. Then you are identifying as a person who is unlucky in love, who is always rejected, and who struggles in relationships, right? So your I amness is not of someone that is loved, committed to, lucky in love. Your self-concept, your I amness is the opposite of what you want. On the flip side, you can have a self-concept of I am confident, I am sexy AF, I always get the guy, I always get the girl, I'm always pursued. And what happens is that over time, as you identify with a self-concept, then you start experiencing things based on what you believe about yourself. Then there's also self-concept regarding relationships. So what do you believe about romantic relationships? What do you believe about the sex, the gender you are attracted to? That belief system also affects, impacts, creates your dynamic in love, your self-concept in love, and really does create those circumstances. So how do you identify what your self-concept is in love? What you believe about yourself in love, and what you believe about the sex you're attracted to, and what you expect. So look at your recent, I will say your last 3 romantic relationships, right? Even if it was a situationship, even if you've never been in a relationship, that is a self-concept and identity of itself. So you are someone that probably, because of experience and subconscious core beliefs, you don't believe you're deserving of commitment, or you don't believe that men, women, whatever gender you're attracted to, they, them, are non-committal, right? You just don't believe that people believe in commitment. It can be one, the other, or both. So look at your last 3 romantic relationships, no matter what the label was, and clearly identify not what they did, but what your thought process was, when you were in this relationship. What things triggered you, right? What things made you emotional? What things came up? And look at the last 3 relationships. And I say the last 3 because usually 3 becomes a pattern, right? One time is like, it happened. Second time, okay, maybe it's not a fluke. But by the 3rd or 4th relationship, you see similar things happening and you're experiencing similar situations, then it is a pattern. When you look at the pattern, ask yourself, what does that say about me? Not about the person, not about what they did to you. What do I believe about this pattern? What do I believe about myself? What do I believe, about the sex that I'm attracted to? What do I believe about relationships, about commitment? And then when you define that, you've basically defined your self-concept. So if you're someone that has always been cheated on in the last 3 relationships, the person you were with, even if it was a situationship, there was somebody else. That means that you may have a subconscious belief and then conscious thoughts of, I'm not chosen, I'm not good enough, men in this instant don't commit, men are all cheaters, men can't be faithful, relationships don't work because there's always infidelity, I am someone that always has to compete with women or men. So those are beliefs based on your pattern of always being cheated on. Once you identify them, then you can tackle them by creating affirmations that align with what you want and basically oppose the belief systems that you now realize you've held for probably many, many years. So that is how you identify your self-concept and love, and that is how you start unraveling this to create an amazing, loving, fantastic, romantic, fulfilling relationship and what it is that you want and what it is that you deserve. Stay tuned for next time. I'm going to give you some examples of affirmations that I've used and the techniques that I've used to change my self-concept and love. I'll see you next time. Bye.